Hey folks, I'm out here at a house that I'm looking at for some clients, and I'm just going to kind of do a walkthrough with you and let you know some of the things that I'm looking for. So one of the things I see here is we're looking at electrical panel here. Just take a quick glance. I mean, of course, I'm not an electrician, but I'm looking for things like a Zinsco panel or anything like that. Doesn't appear that that's what this is, so it looks pretty good. Of course, inspectors and stuff will take a look further into that to make sure that it's okay. This specific house is a log cabin, as you can see. It looks like they have treated the wood, so that's something to consider if you are looking at a wood or a log cabin. Is the wood treated? Because it has to be treated so often to make sure that it lasts. So coming in, just looking around, taking a look at the interior, see if I see anything that sticks out that's major. Does not appear to be that way. I do see that, like the window here, it's kind of hard to tell in this video, but it's foggy, which means the seal has failed in there. So the two panes are not working as they should and not as efficient as they should be if they were new or fixed. This place looks like they've converted it into a gas fireplace. And we'll go into the kitchen area here. We've had some recent updates on the kitchen. So again, inspectors, which I highly recommend that you always have an inspector, but they'll come through and evaluate it further to make sure it's okay. This does have a gas range. They still have, see if I can find the light, they still have a wood burning fireplace and an old stove, which is probably wood burning, but those are things that you probably want to have inspected and checked out to make sure that they're going to function as they should. You don't want to have any issues with that. Checking out the bathroom area here. Looks like they've got this as a bathroom / washer and dryer laundry room. Taking a glance at any bathtub, see if there's any water damage down on the bottom. Everything looks pretty well. Doesn't see anything that stands out. We'll go into this next room. Got a hot water heater and furnace. You can check and see when the furnace was last serviced. Something good to look at. Taking a look to see that it has earthquake straps on. You need to have that in Washington. This one is set on some bricks. I would highly recommend that you have some kind of drip pan in there, because without the drip pan, if it does leak, it's going to ruin your floors. And I do not see a drain that goes out of the house for this. I could be missing it, but again, an inspector will point that out if it's not there. It's TPR drain pipe, which I don't see it. So that's another thing that you might want to have looked at. Okay, moving on. Go check out the upstairs. Spiral staircase. Not the greatest, but if you like that old look, it could be great for you. Okay, upstairs. This is going to be your primary bedroom. It's much bigger. It does have little alcoves, but they're locked. So those things I would ask in an inspection to be unlocked, because we want to be able to get in there and see what's going on, if there is anything going on. That one is unlocked, so that's good. And find a light. I don't see a light in there, but that's another bathroom. What I'll end up doing is taking a look with my flashlight. I will come back for what I do outside. Okay, I'm back. So now I'm gonna look around the outside of the house and the grounds again to see if there's anything that stands out to me. Now, of course, this house has a pond, which is beautiful. So it is gonna have some wet, soggy land around here. And I did look at the geodata on Thurston County geodata maps. And a lot of this is wetland review area and quite a bit of wetlands. It's 25 acres here. So that's a bonus. But if you plan on doing anything building wise, you may run into issues. So this has a built-in generator. Great addition, especially being out further in the wilderness here. Here is some things that to me seem pretty major. You have cracked foundation. That could be a problem. It's a cinder block foundation. It does have in-ground irrigation. Has your propane tanks. So I'm just looking up in the eaves. Again, looking at things that really stand out to me. The roof looks decent. Looks like it might be a little newer. So really the main things I've seen in that house is that cracked foundation, the blown window seal, and just the bathroom light that didn't work. Could be just a light bulb, but maybe it's electrical, we don't know. And then we want to know more about the wood burning stove and fireplace. Okay, the other unique thing about this property, it has two structures that are residents but share a septic tank. So I'm gonna go take a look at the second house. All right, I'm back. So this structure here used to be a garage that they converted into a residence. So that's why it's on the shared septic tank. So I didn't film the inside just because there is a tenant here. Didn't want to, do any of that disturbing of their stuff, but I did walk in there and look around, and same stuff that I look for structure-wise. So this place, my questions are going to be, is it a permitted build? Was it permitted? The stuff inside, was it done by a licensed and bonded contractor? Now I know I understand that there are folks out there that are not licensed and bonded and do a very good job, but we just want to make sure that everything's straight. And the inspector, again, is going to take a look and give you their professional take on it too. But being that this was a conversion, I just had more questions. And it's probably on a slab instead of a foundation. So there's probably no crawl space. I did notice that the pressure tank for the well is inside this house. Overall, it looks like a decent building. It looks like maybe the roof is a little bit older than the main house. This type of siding is not the greatest. So it's really important that it's maintained and taken care of. So yeah, that's the gist of it. Always get an inspection. With this market change, your chances of getting an inspection and not having people put in offers without an inspection are better now. So that's always a good thing. I always recommend an inspection, and just make sure you have an agent, or if you are an agent, that you're doing your due diligence for your clients and checking the place out firsthand and making sure it's good to go. If you have any questions, let me know. 360-888-3122.